how this album sum up? When did you start to write it? When did you find time over the last tour to record it?
We take like 3 months for that period, for just the writing process and for writing this record. But also doing like the tour or stuff like that, we find like some moments for write new songs. And basically, when we spend like 3 months in LA, we take the old songs together and we choose the best for us for this record, of course. And that's it.
You started with almost 50 songs, and you're going to release 17, which is huge. It's huge for a rock album in 2023. What was the pressure that emerged over this new album?
Yeah, we had many different songs, and we liked many of them, so it was very difficult to pick the set list. So 17 is the maximum of song that you can do before having to do a double vinyl. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just the max of song that we could put in the album. If it was for us, it could be 20, 25 or shit.
Yeah.
But we had to make it this way. But no, also I think that the song that we had left out are not gonna be thrown in the trash. We're gonna use it because we have many songs that we think are great and could perfectly go on this album, but for many reasons, moments and many different reasons, they didn't make it. But we still think they're great songs, and we're not gonna throw it away.
But from this 17, you had a concept album where you deal with this incredible fame you have gained, when you deal with the anxiety and the pressure of being one of the biggest bands of the world. How does it affect you?
It's cool.
Yeah, no, of course it's cool.
It's cool to play in front of audience.
Yeah, I think it's very hard to explain like all the good and bad parts of the showbiz, because many are already known and many are very hard to explain and to make people understand it. But for this album, we was working so much that we couldn't stop and find inspiration in something. So we had to stick to ourselves. And basically, in this album, I tell my story in the last few years and how the way I see things has changed and the things that I don't like about the life that I do. I think that it's also important to speak about the negative parts and to make people more conscious of what you're doing and how demanding is to write a song and to put yourself into a song.
And you have plenty of songs talking about this, like Gossip and Time Zone. Does it affect the way people see you, the way you write new music?
I think so. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I think that people actually portray, like they create the ideas of how we are in real life based on our music. And I think it's the thing that shows the most we are, even more than social medias or interviews.
In Gossip, you have Tom Morello, which is, I believe it's one of your biggest influence. How was him, being with him on studio? What can you like teach and learn from him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, it was so special because we met him during our show in LA at the Roxy, and it came very natural because he went in our studio in LA, and we're just jamming all together, and we created a song basically. And he's super nice guy. He's really huge as a person, and also of course, especially for me. Yeah, as a guitarist, of course, I learned a lot from him.
You started as a high school band, as friends, and now you're meeting with some of the most important rock stars in the world, and you're becoming one of the biggest bands in the world. How affects your friendship?
I will say that we have a really strong friendship. So we grew up together, basically, and I will say that we are very lucky because we try to stay on the ground, you know. So for us, it's something really natural. I mean, the music in general, the art that we make together, the people that we met, it's something really easy and chill. So basically, that's our main force.
There are no many rock and roll bands from Italy, and you are starting a new movement. Do you feel like you influence young people to play rock and roll and to play analogic instruments?
Yeah, we have some kids that tell us that they started playing instruments because of us. And on the other hand, I think there's a lot of kids have their parents saying not to listen to us because we're drug addicted and we're a bad influence. But you know, 50-50, it's good enough.
Yeah, it's the rivalry of the kids. They have to stick up to their parents.
Yeah. I think we're gonna become like the guilty pleasure of a lot of future teenagers. Like they listen to us hiding from their parents.
To take influence from the last 50 years on rock and roll and transform it into a new sound for the modern era and still be successful.
We took the music that we always liked to listen to and we made it as we would like to hear it today. We make the music that we would like.
Damiano, Thomas, Ethan, thank you so much for your time. I love the record. I think Cool Kids is going to be one of the, not the biggest song of the year, but one of my favorite songs.
Let's go. It's also one of my favorites. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much and see you soon in Argentina. Very much.
Thank you.
See you
Thank
soon.
you.
Gracias.